What's happening, everybody? Motivation Monday. Can you dig it? I hope everyone had a happy New Year. First show of 2018. You guys are going to definitely enjoy it. You're going to be enlightened and educated. Mr. Eugene Alexander, 5 Hills Investors. We're going to talk about real estate wholesaling. Can you dig it? Mr. Eugene Alexander. Welcome to 2018, my brother.
Evening.
How you doing,
brother?
man?
I appreciate you allowing me to be on your show and my company, 5 Hills Investors LLC, where we are a private real estate investment company. We find off-market property for investors to rehab and sell and put it back on the market for owner financing, for owner occupants to put families in properties. People that have bad credit, that can't qualify for a traditional loan, but still want to get into home ownership. And as well for rental properties. We find off-market properties, and my investors actually keep these properties for rental. So that's 5 Hills Investors, LLC. Happy New Year to everyone. Hope everything is going great. Hope everybody's mindset is to dominate, play to win, in regarding the wealth, abundance, making money, keeping the money, and investing the money. Those are the 3 main things when it comes to money, increasing our net worth. So, yeah, man, I appreciate you allowing me on your show, man. And, I just want to give some information about my company, about me as an individual, and how if you develop the right mindset and focus and commit to that process, that harvest, how you can change your life and make that quantum leap in regarding of your life. So, yeah, that's what we're here to do, man, to your audience, and share it out here to the internet and get this information out here, man, because what we got going on is great, man. We're going to leave this information for my children's children, even though I don't have no children right now. But
Right.
My nieces and nephews, we can say it like that.
Yeah, there's still time, my brother. There's still time. You still young, my brother. You still a young buck, as they say. It's all good. It is all good. Let the people know, man, how they can get a hold of you as well, man, if they want further information as far as your company and all that.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. EugeneAlexander.net. Eugene Alexander on Facebook. We Buy Houses. 5 Hills Investors, LLC. So those are the 2 main methods there on the internet. You could call me directly, 254-307-2411. Again, my number is 254-307-2411. EugeneAlexander.net. Eugene Alexander on Facebook. 5 Hills Investors. We Buy Houses.
Right on. Mr. Eugene Alexander. Now, tonight, he's going to share a lot of information with you guys, and I hope you have your pencils and your paper so you guys can take some notes that you can possibly implement today after you listen to the interview and get some insight from him. And if you want further information, he's already listed his contact information for him. So don't be afraid to reach out, or don't be nervous or intimidated to reach out. He's a very, very approachable and informative young man. So he would be more than happy to have a conversation with you about your approach and your goals within real estate wholesaling in regarding to the knowledge that he knows. So he's going to share what he knows with you freely, or not free, if you will, but he will be available to have a consultation for you to see what direction you guys can head in and possibly benefit from the relationship. That's what this thing is about. Now, let the people know, man, they talk about real estate wholesaling and things of that nature. Can you break that down to the common man or woman that has no idea what that is?
Wholesaling is finding off-market properties below market value. Standard is like 70% below market value. That's wholesaling. Single-family homes, residential, even though you can wholesale anything, houses, apartments, land, commercial property, you can wholesale. If you ever pay attention when you're just shopping in the store, or if you're in the gym, you say you can get equipment at wholesaling. But not to digress, wholesaling, you can do it with no money down, no credit, no risk, no real estate license, and be a convicted felon. And even be charged with a felony or have a criminal record. That is wholesaling. So you find these properties below market value, 70% below. So if the house, when it's fixed up, and if it could sell for $100,000, you want to get that property at $70,000 or below. Now, if the house needs any repairs, then you're going to need to get that property even lower than that.
Got to figure in the repairs, right?
Yeah, you got to calculate in the repairs in regarding of the property, and you add that up. You follow our criteria and our formula, and that's how you can figure out what is a wholesale property. So basically, it's the ARV, 100,000 times it by 0.7, minus repairs, minus your wholesale fee, and that's how you your offer regarding of wholesaling. So
okay.
wholesaling
ARV,
is,
young people, is after repair value. After repair value is the ARV. All right, go ahead, my brother.
Right, that's correct. Your after repair value. So wholesaling is you get the property on the contract with this seller, and you assign your interest over to the end buyer, your investor. And as long as you have and or assign on that agreement, that contract, that gives you the legal right to assign your interest over to the end buyer. And it goes on every day.
Every single day. Those kinds of transactions are taking place in the world that we live in, right? Now, how can a common man or woman get involved in such transactions? Because we always hear how valuable real estate is and how vital it is to the economy and how vital it is to creating wealth and how beneficial it is to have some of those things in your portfolio as a wholesaler or as a buy and hold, if you will. So how can one get started in something like that? Because there's a lot of information out there, man, when it comes to real estate wholesaling, right? And there's a lot of noise. Right. There's a lot of companies. There's a lot of gurus. There's a lot of seminars. There's a lot of people out here that take your money, to be honest with you, right? And they're willing to take advantage of people what they do not know. So what would you suggest to people that's willing to get involved in the real estate wholesaling and trying to really just get their feet wet in 2018 and want to do something new?
Get a mentor, hands down. Learn from other people's experience. And regarding other good and bad, that's the best way, man. Look at Thomas Edison. He fell 10,000 times before he made electricity, and now 2018, we're talking on the cell phone. We have a computer on our cell phone, and that's all because Thomas Edison was able to make those 10,000 mistakes. But since he made those mistakes, people currently no longer have to make those mistakes in regarding of electricity. So you want to have a mentor. Don't bypass the process. Don't bypass the harvest. You know, a lot of people think they can Google, YouTube, information, and Facebook, everything. And, I mean, let's just keep it 100. You're about to get a major surgery, a heart surgery, and do you trust a doctor that Google, Facebook, YouTube how to perform a heart surgery, or you trust that doctor who went through the process, has been professionally trained, and that can help you? I mean, that's what time it is, man. So, you know, a lot of people wind up taking shortcuts, and they make that a pattern of behavior regarding their way of living. So they wind up, they just wind up selling, man. They just wind up making mistakes. I mean, look at what happened in 2007 and 2008 when that real estate market crashed. A lot of people got shook up and got out of the business, man. And they didn't have to wind up like that. But a lot of people think, and people, our memory is very short, so a lot of people went back to the same shit. But, that's what wound up happening, man. You know, they taking shortcuts. Don't take the shortcuts. Get your mentor, learn from other people's experience, get your training system or program, follow that course, master it, and then expand. Wholesaling. Why wholesaling? Because it's less risk. This is really no risk at all. We put $10 down for the earnest money. You got to have some type of consideration, and if you do it right, you can cancel it out and still get your earnest money back. And regarding of that, rehabbing, if you rehab a property, there's a risk in regarding of that. That market could shift while you're selling the property, and now you got to keep it as a buy and hold, and you're planning to sell it, but you borrow somebody else's money, and they're planning to get paid back. And people live or die. People live and die over money, so you don't want to play with nobody's money.
No, sir. No, sir. Especially that dying part. You don't want to die over that money.
Right. A contractor can wind up putting a lien on your house while you're selling it. You know. But on the flip side of rehabbing properties, you get a bigger chunk of change, but you're taking on a bigger risk. So wholesaling is the best way to get started in real estate. It's not the end all or be all in regarding to real estate. I mean, you could definitely make a quick chunk of change regarding real estate investing. And, the last time I spoke with your brother, I mean, man, I actually plan to stay in wholesaling, bro. I definitely want to do it for 10 years.
Excellent.
And I would say if I go into anything else, man, it'd probably be like telecommunications or something like that. Generate massive income, and maybe apartment complexes if it come across right. It's got to be a really sweet. But I mean, I'd rather wholesale compared to rehabs because you want to tell people yes until you really have to tell them no. Wholesaling, I mean, you can have 10 houses, 10 properties under contract at one time, compared to having 10 rehabs at one time. There's not a lot of investors that have 10 rehabs at one time just because it's hard to find quality contractors. So a lot of people wind up wholesaling, or they might have a rehab over here, a wholesale over here. They might have a rental over here and a owner finance over here. So what I learned based on my experience and my mentor's experience is focus on a few and not the many. Don't be trying to do too many different things because you wind up being a jack of all trades and a master of none. Mm-hmm. So I would say develop laser beam focus, get good at one thing, and master that art and that skill.
I can dig it, man. How important is networking in the business of real estate wholesaling, I guess, and who would one network with? Because we always talk about, your network is your net worth and things of that nature. What direction, what kind of people should they talk to, right? Who should they network with? Because, I've been at a bunch of events, right? And, and they're like passing out cards and all that kind of stuff. And some people you hear from and a lot of them that you don't. So, kind of speak to that too.
Most of them are rookies, number one, that go to those events.
Okay.
They're hot for like 3 to 6 months or something like that. And then, they're back cold and they're going back to their day job. So, or they already had a day job anyway. But you want to network with seasoned real estate investors, people who are active, people who are making money right now, doing multiple deals. Those are the people that you want to network with. And when you network with these people, I mean, you want to add value to them. And it's okay to, let them know that, hey, I'm new, but I'm in the training program. I got a mentor. I'm being coached. I invest in my education and my training, and I'm networking with you to see how I can add value to your company. Is there anything I could do to intern, joint venture? Joint venture is number one. And is there any way I can intern and learn what you're actually doing? And how I develop a partnership with one of my investors is that I get the leads, I make the calls, I do the follow-ups, I bring in investor. Basically, he brings me the leads and I do all of the work. Mm-hmm. So it's basically an internship in a way, and because you don't get paid till closing. And he sends me the leads. And I did that by just adding value. We got stuck in the negotiations part in the beginning. However, we were still able to work it out because we ended up closing on a deal together in a little town called Coppers Cove, Texas.
Coppers Cove.
And we closed on another deal together, and now I get his leads. and he's out of Austin, Texas. And so you want